In a surprising turn of events, Kawasaki, widely known for its iconic green motorcycles, has taken a bold step beyond two wheels. The Japanese manufacturer recently introduced a new concept vehicle called Corio, a machine designed not only to traverse all terrains, but also to redefine the very idea of mobility.
Imagine a horse that doesn't eat, sleep, or need food. Now picture it powered by hydrogen and ready to ride. Kawasaki has just unveiled something that seems straight out of the future, a robot horse called Corio.
Introducing the all-new Kawasaki Corio, a four-legged robot powered by hydrogen.
It's built for rugged terrain, runs on clean energy, and could change the way we think about transportation. Could this be the future of travel? What are its manufacturing components? Join us as we look into this new hydrogen-powered robot horse by Kawasaki that will blow your mind. Corio, Kawasaki's hydrogen-powered robot horse. They say there's nothing new under the sun, but sometimes something shows up that really makes you think twice. In April 2025, Kawasaki Heavy Industries did just that. At the Osaka Kansai Expo, they showed off something no one saw coming, a rideable robot horse named Corio that runs on hydrogen. It instantly got people talking. Instead of showing off a fancy bike or a flashy electric car, Kawasaki brought out a four-legged machine that looks part horse, part robot, and yes, you can actually ride it. So, what's Corio all about, and when can we expect to see it on the roads? Stick around, because this one's going to surprise you. Corio isn't just for show, it's built to carry people just like a real horse. Kawasaki, known for both bikes and robots, combined both worlds here. It runs on a small 150cc hydrogen engine, which creates electricity to power the motors in its legs. That means it can walk across all sorts of ground, grass, rocky paths, even uneven rubble. Each of its four legs moves on its own and ends in rubber pads that help it grip the ground. Unlike wheels, which can slip or get stuck,
each of Corio's four legs has rubber hooves at the bottom to absorb impacts and prevent slipping, taking inspiration from natural mountaineers like these homies.
Corio's legs can adjust to the surface. It's not going to gallop, but it can walk, trot, and keep its rider steady the whole way. What's really cool is how you control it. There are no complicated buttons or remote controls. The rider steers using handlebars and simple body movements. Lean forward or to the side, and Corio follows. The handlebars feel like a motorcycle's, and there are adjustable footrests so anyone can ride comfortably. Right between the handlebars, there's a screen that shows things like fuel level, balance, and how the rider's weight is spread out. At night, Corio even shines lights on the ground to guide the way. Corio's body is made from a mix of carbon fiber and metal. That makes it strong but still light enough to move around easily. The seat looks like something you'd find on a motorcycle, and the front has a similar shape to a bike's headlight. But once you look down, you can clearly see the robotic legs and joints. It moves more like an animal than a machine. While some robots, like the ones from Boston Dynamics, are built to move fast and jump around, Corio is more about steady, safe rides for people. The hydrogen tank sits at the back. When it's working, the hydrogen goes through a generator that creates electricity and gives off just water. So, it doesn't pollute the air like gas-powered vehicles. Kawasaki says this is part of a bigger plan to explore cleaner energy options. There's no official release date yet, but Kawasaki hinted that robots like Corio could become common by the 2050s. For now, it's still a prototype, but they're taking it seriously. It's not just some cool gadget for show. Kawasaki sees it as a real step toward the future of transportation, especially in places where cars or bikes can't go easily. They think Corio could help during emergencies, like in search and rescue operations, or be used in areas hit by disasters. It might also be useful for exploring risky places where it's too dangerous to send people. And with more development, it could help in rural travel, tourism, or even military support. At first glance, a robot horse might seem a bit odd, but when you think about it, it's a smart way to handle rough terrain, slow, steady, and built for places wheels just can't reach. Impact of Corio on future transportation. Corio isn't just some fancy robot for show. It's Kawasaki's way of saying that maybe we won't always need wheels to get around. Instead of rolling like a car or a bike, this thing actually walks, like an animal. And it doesn't use petrol or electricity either. It runs on hydrogen, which is a much cleaner option.
Corio is powered by a 150cc hydrogen engine that generates electricity to drive the robot's 4 legs.
The only thing it gives off is water, so it's better for the environment. Kawasaki's been looking into hydrogen for all sorts of things: trains, ships, even big engines, so Corio is just one part of that bigger plan. What makes Corio really stand out, though, is how it combines that clean energy with legs instead of wheels. Wheels are great on smooth roads, but once you hit hills or rocky paths, they struggle. Legs can step over things, walk on uneven ground, and even manage stairs if programmed right. Kawasaki has built legged robots before, like the ones that walk on 2 feet, but this is their first 4-legged rideable one. That's a big deal, because making a robot that can carry someone, stay balanced, and respond to human movement isn't easy. And the way you ride it? Super simple. No remote control or complicated buttons. You just lean your body to one side or forward, and it responds, kind of like riding a horse or a bike. That means most people could probably get the hang of it without much training. Plus, it has some smart features built in. It can warn you if you're sitting wrong, tell you how stable the ground is, and even light up the path ahead at night. It's not fully automatic, but it's smart enough to help out when the terrain gets tricky. At first, a robot horse might seem strange, but the more you think about it, the more it makes sense, especially for places where cars and bikes can't go. It's indeed something to be excited about. In other news, Kawasaki believes this machine isn't just for fun or show. One of the big ways it could help is during emergencies. When there's an earthquake, landslide, or flood, roads can get blocked or totally destroyed. A robot like Corio could step in to carry supplies, help rescue teams, or even reach injured people in places regular vehicles can't go. It could also be useful in farming or forest work, especially in rough areas without proper paths, just to check the land or move equipment around. Some people even think it might work for military purposes. A machine that can quietly carry someone through forests or up mountains without using loud engines or giving off smoke could be really useful. Hydrogen is clean and silent, so it wouldn't easily give away a location like gas-powered vehicles might. That said, Kawasaki hasn't officially said anything about using it for the military. There's also a chance it could show up in tourism someday. Picture tourists riding robot animals through nature parks instead of riding big trucks that damage the land. Hydrogen-powered rides like this wouldn't pollute the environment either, but that's still a long way off. Right now, Corio is still just a prototype. It's not for sale yet, and Kawasaki hasn't shared the price or full details like how far it can go. What they have made clear, though, is that they're taking it seriously. Engineers are still working on it and showing it at tech expos to see how people react. Evolution of Kawasaki Heavy Industries.
As a leading company, Kawasaki Heavy Industries has always been challenging to open new possibilities for industrial robots.
Kawasaki Heavy Industries is not new to the world of robotics and innovation. The Corio, their hydrogen-powered robot horse, may be one of the more recent and spectacular creations, but it is far from their first. Kawasaki has been in the business of designing, building, and launching machines long before robots ever entered mainstream conversation. Founded on October 15, 1896, the company was originally established by a visionary named Shozo Kawasaki. Born in 1836, he was a merchant and entrepreneur who had experienced several maritime failures. These setbacks inspired him to create stronger, more reliable ships using Western shipbuilding techniques, which were just beginning to influence Japan's industrial rise. How have they grown over the years? What other inventions do they have? Brace yourself, this is about to get even better. Shozo Kawasaki's first shipyard opened in Tokyo, but he eventually moved operations to Hyogo Prefecture, where the Kawasaki Dockyard Company officially began. At the time, Japan was rapidly expanding its military and industrial capabilities, and Kawasaki's ability to produce ships, trains, and heavy equipment quickly placed the company in a critical position within the national economy. One of the most important milestones came in 1906 when the company ventured into producing parts for locomotives, aircraft, and automobiles. This diversification made the company more resilient and positioned it for further technological breakthroughs. Kawasaki formally became Kawasaki Heavy Industries in 1969 after a merger with several affiliates. But even before that rebranding, it had already begun exploring automated systems and robotics. The true leap came in 1968 when Kawasaki partnered with Unimation.
Industrial technology is now heralding the age of manless production. Numerous tests are being carried out on Kawasaki Unimate, a multi-purpose industrial robot.
The American company widely credited with building the world's first industrial robot. Through this collaboration, Kawasaki produced Japan's first industrial robot, the Kawasaki Unimate 2000. It was a hydraulic machine designed for tasks like welding and material handling in factory environments. The partnership with Unimation marked the birth of Japan's robotics industry. In the decades that followed, Kawasaki kept evolving its robot systems. It introduced the P-Series electric robots in 1981, the E-Series in 1983, and later, the J-Series in 1989. These robots became essential tools in sectors like automotive manufacturing, where precise and repeatable motions were necessary for welding car bodies. In 1992, the U-Series arrived, offering higher precision and flexibility. By 1998, Kawasaki's F-Series robots improved further on speed and accuracy, followed closely by the Z-Series in 1999, designed specifically for painting and coating. These models showed that the company was investing not only in mechanics, but also in software and control systems. One of the most significant shifts in their robotics division came in 2002, when Kawasaki launched the M-Series, robots designed to carry extremely heavy payloads. That same year, they also released the K-Series of painting robots and the Y-Series of picking robots, focusing more on automation in logistics and warehouse operations. In 2007, Kawasaki launched their first clean robots for semiconductor and LCD panel manufacturing. In 2015, the Duaro dual-arm robot was released, specifically made to safely work alongside humans. It could carry out two-handed operations like a human, making it perfect for tight, crowded production lines. By 2013, Kawasaki moved into medical robotics by co-founding Medicoroid Corporation. This was a joint venture with Sysmex Corporation to develop robotic-assisted surgical systems. One of their most important medical robots, called the Hinotori,
realizes sophisticated surgery. Intelligent, smooth, hospitality. The one-of-a-kind medical robot has been perfected.
Has been tested in hospitals for minimally invasive surgeries. This shows that Kawasaki's interest in robotics goes beyond industry. It includes medicine, space, and now, public entertainment with machines like the Corio. The robot horse itself is not just a gimmick, but a continuation of Kawasaki's long-standing efforts in advanced robotics. While the Corio is powered by hydrogen, this also isn't Kawasaki's first rodeo with hydrogen technology. In 2022, Kawasaki completed the world's first international transport of liquefied hydrogen using a specially built ship called the Suiso Frontier. The ship carried hydrogen from Australia to Japan, proving that hydrogen could be moved at scale. Kawasaki also built hydrogen-powered motorcycles and fuel cell systems, meaning the integration of hydrogen in the robot horse was the natural next step. Outside robotics, Kawasaki has contributed massively to transportation. Their aerospace division supplies parts for Boeing and other commercial jet manufacturers. They manufacture aircraft fuselage panels, cargo doors, and wing parts. In rail transport, they've designed and built Shinkansen bullet trains and urban commuter trains in countries like the United States. In fact, many subway systems in New York, Washington, D.C., and other major American cities use Kawasaki trains. Kawasaki also has a big name in the motorcycle world. Their Ninja series, for example, is one of the most famous motorcycle lines globally. It mixes speed with mechanical precision, reinforcing the company's brand as one of engineering excellence. Their motorcycle division started officially in 1960 and has remained one of the most profitable arms of the corporation. Today, Kawasaki Heavy Industries is organized into several main divisions: aerospace systems, rolling stock, ship and offshore structures, energy solutions, precision machinery, motorcycles, and robotics. The company has production sites in Japan, the United States, the Netherlands, India, China, and Thailand. The global headquarters are in Kobe, Japan, with corporate functions also operating out of Tokyo. The company employs over 30,000 people worldwide and earns annual revenues of over 1 trillion yen. It continues to develop in-house AI software, advanced sensors, and autonomous control systems for its robots. Recent innovations also include remote control robotic systems and humanoid prototypes like Kaleido, designed for use in disaster recovery zones or places too dangerous for humans. What do you think of this robot horse? Would you give it a ride if it ever hits the road? And even tracks your daily activities. While it already performs these impressive abilities, you won't believe what else the Xiaodu glasses can do. How do these AI glasses made in China compare to the ones Google creates? To find out, join us as we reveal China's cutting-edge glasses that are shaking up the AI industry and changing the game. Baidu's Xiaodu AI glasses. Packed with many top-tier features, Baidu's Xiaodu AI glasses are surprisingly lightweight and stylish. They offer users a clear view of a smarter world. One of China's biggest tech giants, Baidu, has dropped these glasses into the market like a bombshell, and they're already selling out fast. You might be wondering what makes these glasses so special. Well, for starters, they're powered by Baidu's Ernie AI model, like having a super smart assistant at your fingertips. Imagine walking through a busy street and needing an answer to a question. Instead of getting distracted with your phone, you just ask, and the glasses respond instantly. These glasses do it all, whether it's translating signs, identifying objects, or even helping you track your daily calories. But the best feature seems to be the question and answer application, and the way it works will change everything you think you know about artificial intelligence and augmented reality. Suppose you're on a road trip in China, passing through towns and villages that are not familiar. You can ask, "What's the history of this place?" Or, "What's the best restaurant nearby?" The glasses will pull up answers right before your eyes. There is no need to pull out your phone or search manually. It's instant knowledge, effortless and smooth, but that's just the start. These glasses have features that make them more than just a piece of tech. They're like a companion. For instance, they come with built-in calorie tracking.
While Chinese engineers successfully conducted the test run of the country's biggest cargo drone to date, that's not all. They also tested a helicopter taxi on a soon-to-open 100-kilometer route to Shanghai, laying new milestones for the country's expanding low-altitude economy.
China has just shocked the world with its launch of new transport technology that defies all we have ever seen the transportation system.
EHang, a global leader in urban air mobility technology, has announced a significant achievement with the first successful flight of its pilotless eVTOL aircraft in Brazil.
This has got other countries trembling. These innovations come with a new set of amazing features, changing everything about how we connect and interact with the world around us. What is behind these groundbreaking advancements? Join us as we explore a list of this incredible transport technology. EHang's ES-216S. The EHang EH-216S is built with the future of transportation in mind.
A drone flight through this factory in the southern Chinese city of Yunfu reveals the start of mass production of the EH216S, an autonomous flying taxi from Chinese drone maker Ehang.
This electric vertical takeoff and landing eVTOL vehicle is fully autonomous, meaning it doesn't need a pilot, allowing passengers to sit back and enjoy the ride. Its sleek carbon fiber frame is designed to be lightweight yet durable, holding up to 2 occupants comfortably. This vehicle reaches a top speed of 62 miles per hour and can soar up to 10,000 feet, making it not only fast, but also capable of covering impressive distances with ease. With 16 powerful propellers and motors, the EH216S ensures smooth and stable flights, even during takeoff and landing. It's more than just a flying car, it's a vehicle engineered for versatility. From airport shuttles to cross-island travel, it opens doors to a whole new way of experiencing mobility. And with rigorous testing, the EH216S promises a reliable and safe journey every time it takes to the skies. And guess what? This is just the beginning of what China's new generation of transportation looks like. Dongfeng E-Star V9. Now heading to Dongfeng E-Star V9. This vehicle sets the bar high for electric commercial vehicles. It's designed to be both powerful and efficient for long hauls.
Well, cars once made in Australia, like Holden and Ford, are being replaced by a wave of Chinese automakers. More than half a dozen have announced plans to sell electric vehicles here, and they'll be cheaper than almost anywhere else in the world.
With 3 battery options to choose from, this vehicle adapts to different needs, with the 100 kilowatt-hour battery offering an impressive range of up to 550 kilometers on a single charge. This means fewer stops and longer travel distances, perfect for those who need reliability on the road. Additionally, its fast charging capability allows you to reach 80% battery in just 36 minutes, minimizing downtime and maximizing productivity. Transitioning into performance, the E-Star V9 has a Huichuan permanent magnet synchronous motor, generating up to 115 kilowatts of power and a peak torque of 350 Newton meters. It doesn't just deliver speed, but also the kind of power you'd want in a heavy-duty commercial vehicle. Inside, the spacious 11.9 cubic meter cargo area and a user-friendly design make it easy to load and unload goods, making it ideal for a wide range of logistical needs. Equipped with smart safety features and a durable IP68 rated battery pack, the E-Star V9 also promises safe and sustainable driving experience every time it hits the road. AVIC AG600 Kunlong. We also have the Avasi AG600 Kunlong, which stands out as a remarkable amphibious aircraft, merging impressive speed and operational versatility. With a maximum takeoff weight of 53.5 tons, this flying boat can effectively serve multiple roles, including aerial firefighting and search and rescue missions.
On July 18th, the aviation industry released a news that the AG600 has completed a typical fire extinguishing scenario verification test flight, which marks that the AG600 has the ability to perform fire extinguishing tasks.
Its 4 WJ6 turboprop engines enable it to reach high speeds that make it a reliable choice for time-sensitive operations, maximizing efficiency and response times. This aircraft's ability to collect up to 12 tons of water in just 20 seconds is incredible for firefighting efforts, allowing it to transport substantial amounts of water quickly. Also, it has a remarkable range, allowing missions to remote areas without frequent refueling. Safety is priority in its design, featuring a robust fuselage that enhances structural integrity while maintaining lightweight properties. The AG600 can operate in rough sea conditions and is designed for stability, even in turbulent environments. This combination of speed, capacity, and safety makes the AG600 an exceptional choice for various demanding missions, positioning it as a leader in modern amphibious aviation. Keep watching to find out what the next car is all about. Xpeng X2 Flying Car. Looking at the Xpeng X2, this flying car isn't just an ordinary vehicle, it's built to redefine urban and inner-city travel.
Our Xpeng X2 brand is a global brand in the future. So we are now in the researching process. We are make the step by step to the international market. And first, we select the Dubai city because Dubai is the most innovation cities in the world.
Engineered for safety and performance, the X2 has an octocopter design with 8 powerful motors, providing both speed and stability. With an impressive range of up to 25 minutes per flight, this model is perfect for short-distance journeys within cities, offering a quick and efficient way to skip traffic altogether. It can reach up to 62 miles per hour, delivering a thrilling experience that's both fast and practical. Its carbon fiber construction makes it incredibly lightweight, yet strong, able to carry up to 160 kilograms, which comfortably fits 2 passengers. This unique design also features a built-in parachute, adding an essential layer of safety in the rare event of motor failure. Plus, with nearly 4,000 test flights already under its belt, it's been rigorously trialed in diverse environments, from crowded urban spaces to open seas. NIO EP9 Sport Car. Guess what car is next? The NIO EP9. This is a high-performance electric sports car that brings the most advanced technology to the track. With an impressive 1,341 horsepower, this car isn't just fast, it's thrilling. Each wheel is powered by its own motor, allowing us to control and optimize traction, which combined with the advanced torque vectoring system, enhances handling and stability. The EP9 can launch from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 2.7 seconds, and it hits a top speed of 313 kilometers per hour.
The EP9 is the world's fastest electric car with speeds up to 313 kilometers per hour.
Additionally, its lightweight carbon fiber frame, similar to that of a Formula One car, ensures it is agile while maintaining strength and durability. The car's battery range extends up to 427 kilometers on a single charge, with a quick battery swap system that minimizes downtime. The EP9's remarkable blend of speed, range, and safety innovations makes it a thrilling vehicle that's also thoughtfully developed for a powerful and safe experience. The next transport technology will blow your mind: Velocity eVTOL Multicopter. The Velocity eVTOL Multicopter represents a significant leap in urban transportation, merging speed and safety into one efficient package. Designed to fly 2 passengers and their luggage, it has a maximum cruising speed of approximately 90 kilometers per hour and can reach up to 100 kilometers per hour. With a range of 22 to 40 miles, this aircraft is perfect for quick city commutes or airport transfers. Its innovative design includes 18 electric motors and fixed-pitched propellers, ensuring a smooth and quiet flight experience, hovering at just 65 decibels A-weighted at 75 meters. Safety is dominant, as the Velocity can still operate with as few as 12 motors functional, thanks to its multi-redundant systems. The carbon fiber fuselage and ease of battery replacement further enhance its reliability, promising low operating costs and an impressive turnaround time. This makes the Velocity not just a vehicle, but a new era of urban travel. T-Flight Maglev Vacuum Train. Also, there is the T-Flight Maglev Vacuum Train, which is an engineering marvel that promises to redefine travel speeds while prioritizing safety and efficiency. With an astounding potential top speed of 621 miles per hour, it stands out as one of the fastest transportation methods available.
The Japanese maglev, that is the fastest passenger train in the world, has broken its own speed record. The train reached 603 kilometers per hour in a test run on Tuesday.
This ultra-high-speed train uses a low-vacuum environment to minimize air resistance, making it incredibly fast and stable. This design includes advanced magnetic levitation technology, allowing the train to float above the track, which significantly reduces friction and wear, enhancing its longevity and reliability. One of the T-Flight's most impressive features is its capacity for rapid transit between major cities. For instance, it can travel in bustling metropolises like Beijing and Shanghai in China in just 90 minutes, covering approximately 680 miles. This train's design includes multiple safety systems that ensure stability and control even at high speeds. The focus on safety is also built into the T-Flight's design, using strong engineering methods to prepare for emergencies, like sudden loss of pressure in the vacuum tube. Additionally, The T-Flight isn't just about achieving incredible speeds. It's also dedicated to providing a safer and more efficient way to travel, by significantly cutting down travel time while ensuring high safety standards. But the very last one on our list is even more impressive. Auto Flight Prosperity, YV 1500M. The Auto Flight Prosperity YV 1500M is a remarkable advancement in urban air travel, designed to prioritize safety and efficiency. This electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft consists of a cruise speed of 200 kilometers per hour, making it an ideal choice for quick travel to and fro within bustling cities. With a range of 155 miles, it can efficiently cover significant distances, allowing passengers to bypass the traffic that often plagues ground transportation. This aircraft features a distributed electric propulsion system, which means that it operates with multiple propellers and motors. This redundancy ensures that even if one propeller or motor fails, the remaining ones can safely navigate and land the aircraft. The design simplicity extends to its fixed landing gear, which not only reduces complexity, but also lightens the overall weight, enhancing performance. Moreover, with a maximum takeoff weight of 3,307 pounds and the capacity to carry 4 passengers comfortably, the Prosperity One is well suited for urban mobility. Its spacious cabin, equipped with large side windows, provides passengers with stunning aerial views, making every journey an enjoyable experience.
In terms of agriculture in Europe, Spain has an unbeatable record of being the major supplier of food and livestock. Spain is one of the leading countries in practicing organic farming. So far, the reward of the land has had barns bursting from being overfilled. This record is not limited to the region. Spain is widely recognized for its booming agriculture and has been awarded the second position in organizations such as the European Union for having agricultural production in various extensive forms and arable farmlands. It's also notable to mention that Spain's agricultural productivity is very popular because of Europe's surplus desertified areas. The risk of Europe's desertification is a daily concern as it worsens, not just by farming purposes, but all purposes, including inhabitation. Deserted areas are also volatile to erosion, infertility, lack of water, and unfavorable weather conditions. The risk of desertification is increased in some states than in others. In some states, such as southern Portugal, Spain, southern Italy, southeast Greece, Malta, Cyprus, and areas bordering the Black Sea in Bulgaria and Romania, desertification has mostly claimed most of their farmlands. These regions are easily affected by flopping, drought, weak soil, and soil degradation. From recent reports, several percentages outweigh one another in the cause of Spain's unfortunate desert spread. The most common causes of deserting lands are forest fires, climate changes, erosion, and low soil fertility. Although these issues have been battled with irrigation and reforestation, it remains a major concern to farmers, citizens, and the government of Spain. Europe is worried about its increasingly diminishing supply of agricultural produce and what it means in the long run. 1/5 of the land is currently at risk of being run to the ground by deserts. Also, 31.5% of the land is already experiencing desertification recently. It is no surprise where the concern comes from. Surprisingly, although Spain is recognized as one of the main agricultural producers in Europe, it is also home to one of the biggest deserts on the continent. This desert is known as the Tabernas Desert, popularly known to the residents as Deserto de Tabernas. The Tabernas Desert is the only desert in Spain. In the past, the agricultural productivity of Spain has never been affected by the large desert. The vegetation has remained greener and the harvest larger. For the most part, the majority of the land of Spain has been dedicated to agricultural activities. Farming, animal and livestock rearing, and mining are well-practiced land use. For long use, the lands have been distributed into farmlands for crop production and pastures for the rearing of animals. Everything would go according to the plan and budget for Spain's agriculture. There have been maintenance, planning, and budgeting of agriculture by Spanish agricultural policies, which from results have been effective so far. The Spanish architectural policy has made diverse plans to improve the productivity and profitability of agronomy and livestock farming in the states. There have also been interesting plans to broaden the range of practices regarding agriculture. New introductions such as fishery and animal livestock have been introduced as part of farming activities. These targets were created to increase high-quality, high-productivity, and market-friendly agriculture activity and productivity. As impressive as Spain's productivity is, the land fertility is not owed to natural causes alone. There are also contributions from high technological development of crops, animal produce, financing from several entrepreneurs, research, and critical budget policies. From its huge productivity, Spain's expansion of production and market distribution is to be expected, as well as its contribution to economic development. Its economic development through the export of agricultural produce has been recognized globally across the continent. Clearly, agriculture is prioritized in Spain. Apart from farm produce, agriculture has served as a lifesaver of the economy by providing employment for many of the Spanish citizens. However, these achievements in productivity would become endangered by an unprecedented threat. The Tabernas Desert is expanding. The Tabernas Desert is expanding to the Greenlands, encouraging the spread of desertification in the state. The area full of vegetation is known as the Greenlands, while the sparse and dry land is otherwise known as the Badlands. Obviously, the name is befitting. Over the years, the Tabernas Desert has kept a low profile despite being the main desert in Europe. Its sudden expansion was never expected and is similar to the Walking Dead. The large desert takes up the south of Spain, Andalusia, about 28,000 hectares of bare land. It is famously known as a site for at least 600 shot Hollywood movies, especially the movies of Indiana Jones and the famous classic Lawrence of Arabia. There is also the uniqueness of its mountain-bounded ranges and indigenous species of plants. Although it is a great site for tourism and hospitality, its spread, unfortunately, could be better for Spain's development and growth in the long run. Spain's agricultural contribution and buoyancy. While this threat lingers and is closely monitored, what are the indigenous agricultural produce of Spain, and how productive are the Greenlands? Spain is commonly known worldwide for producing wheat, barley, vegetables, tomatoes, lemons, sugar beets, citrus fruit, olives, and grapes. Spain is also famous for being the world's largest olive oil and wine producer. In addition, Spain has a long fishing history, and the fishing industry has been an important part of the agricultural sector for decades. The region of Andalusia continues to lead the Spanish agricultural production value far ahead of the other European states. Spain's fishing grounds are off its coast. Unlike possible areas, it is nowhere near the Pacific and Indian Oceans. It is safe to state that Spain majorly grows cash crops for export to states within and outside Europe. As for forestry, before the spreading of the Tabernas Desert, the Badlands contribute a small amount to the state's revenue. However, its revenue was substantial enough due to its forestry products such as corks, pines, and oaks, to mention a few. A lot of revenue was also generated from the forest woods, tourism, and as a used site. As mentioned earlier, there is only a little revenue generated from forestry. This is due to erosion, forest fires, and land use as pastures for livestock. That being said, let's discuss how Spain's trade has grown through agricultural development. Formerly in the mid-20th century, Spain was known as the largest importer in the world. However, as of now, Spain is a major supplier of diverse goods and services globally. Spain's agricultural sector has been favorable so far. Despite the recent economic recession, its productivity has remained resilient against all odds. Currently, Spain's largest trading partners are France and Germany. Significant trading relations have also been with Portugal, the United Kingdom, and Italy. Outside its continent, Europe, Spain's largest and most important trading partners are the United States and China. According to statistics, since the mid-20th century, Spain has provided more than the average percent of employment opportunities for citizens, especially in rural areas. Many jobs were available to indigenous farmers and people seeking employment until mechanized agriculture. Although the level of employment has reduced because of the use of technology replacing some basic jobs, Spain's agriculture still plays a huge role in its economic activities and a continuous tradition in rural areas' employment. In 2019, the agricultural production revenue value of Spain increased beyond imagination, exceeding about 50 billion euros. This increase was majorly supported by the sale of its major export products, such as wine, olive oil, and table olives. As a major producer of grapes worldwide, Spain's investment in the winery is not a huge surprise. Grapevines became one of the most grown types of crop. Its highest production volume as a major in Spain's agrarian economy was more than 39 million tons. What could be close to the mass production of grapes in Spain? The surprising answer is that despite several indigenous crops and plants to make huge trademarks of, cereals exports in Spain have been increasingly consistent over time. The consistency would make cereals the second most produced in Spain and the second major source of the state's agrarian revenue. It is also notable that fruits are among the leading agro-products in Spanish agricultural exports. In 2020, an estimated 7.64 million tons of fruits were exported within and outside the continent. Among the varieties of fruits exported, citrus was largely the most exported fruit from Spain, as were oranges, whose exports reached approximately 1.64 million tons. Vegetables, pulses, and oils and fats were included, and every single agricultural product was fully utilized as a good item of export goods and trade across the globe. I know what you're thinking. From all these measured, well-exported products, which area of Spain gives the most harvest output that allows these goods exportation? The answer to this might come as a bit of a surprise. According to records, the forest area gives the highest cultivation surface in the Spanish territory. In 2020, it had about 19.4 million hectares of cultivation areas and arable land, about 16.9 to 11.5 million hectares. Is the desertification of Spain naturally caused? As we already know, the desert in Spain is spreading despite farmers and the government's refinement and activities to fight desertification in Spain. It is still a major concern. A third of the land in Spain is at risk of being turned into desert due to issues from climate change and long-term aggressive farming that has resulted in land degradation. It also results in the desert having semi-flat areas, part of old residual pediments. The vegetation in the area is little to non-existent. It is usually bare and made up of grass, dwarf shrubs, annual crops, and biocrusts. This is why the Tabernas Desert is famous for being mostly made up of sparse, dry lands known as the Badlands area. In Spain, about 42 million hectares are affected by wind erosion, and a high part of the land expanse is affected by degeneration. Spain's desertification has been recorded to be mostly caused by wildfires or forest fires, climate change, erosion, and long-term land irrigation. If nothing is done, the desert spread will slowly and eventually become more than threatening to Spain's environment and economy. It would be a horror as one of the leading exporters of agricultural products will begin to struggle to provide for its citizens' needs while combating environmental hazards. Gabriel Del Barrio, a researcher at the Experimental Station for Arid Zones, commented on the desert spread in Spain, stating that the process of desertification will never produce a desert. Desertification creates something much worse than that. The rising temperature in Spain has also been worse for wear, causing more damage to the already drying up ecosystem. The level of evaporation in sparse lands has been occurring more often. It has to do more with the increase of dryness in the Badlands, because it soaks away the little moisture the soil has and encourages cracking and breakage of the soil. The unfortunate chance of the temperature increase is its weakening of the soil to fight against pests, plagues, and parasites. Also, due to pressure, the dry land would spread to seek a source of moisture or spread because of the increasing harsh weather conditions and suck up all the weak land areas along the way, resulting in more increased dryland spread. Forest fires are also a worrisome vulnerability of the dryland. As well known, the drier the land, the quicker fire spreads. Results from single accidents cannot be as easily quenched as before. The spread of the fire has been an increasing challenge to farm workers' safety and landowners' profit. The forest fire in Spain has also increased drought and less productivity in the farming sector. The byproducts of this are lower food production, weaker soils, and reduced soil water quantity. What would be the cause of the threat to Spain's ecosystem? Having discussed the issues caused by nature, humans have also played a huge role in the land's deserting aftermath. The simple term for the activities carried out is known as overexploitation. Tilling and grilling the land, constant planting and crop harvest, planting of varieties, and insistent work on weak soil have been the leading cause of man's activities that contribute to land degeneration. This is understandable for a state that has a majority of its market on agricultural exports. The farming and overworking of the farmlands are bound to be possible because of capitalism. Until recently, the state's main target has been profit and revenue through utilizing the agricultural advantage it has over the European countries. It is only fair to conclude that the overexploitation of the limited natural resources and lack of adequate maintenance has fostered the desert spread. What are the governments of Spain doing to solve this problem? Spain's desertification is not just an issue for the country alone. It is a concern for the European continent. Several methods have been employed by numerous agencies across the globe to fight against the threat of Spain's economy. Recently, the government of Spain's Environment Ministry has announced a £50 million program. This program's purpose is to combat desertification using all available methods. From this, it can be seen that the ecosystem threat is being taken seriously. This leads to the question, what has to be done to combat desertification in Spain? It is well known that the desert spread inland areas can be combated through irrigation and reforestation. It is one of the most used adaptive methods used by countries in the world. This has been the case for Spain as building development plans are being engaged and practicing safe climate control has been the order of the year. To promote a safer ecosystem and fight the desert threat to the environment, the Spanish government has implemented and made public a new comprehensive multi-year action plan to combat the desertification affecting 2/3 of its state. The Eco Plan is expected to take its course until 2030, when combat results should be at their full glory. Plans and contributions have been chipped in by non-government agencies, entrepreneurs, national authorities, local authorities, stakeholders, farm owners, and even farmers to recover the once golden land of Europe. The Spanish National Action Plan to Combat Desertification, PAND, and its policies have showcased the Spanish government's devotion and a renewed concern for its land desertification. PAND aims to revert the destruction that has been caused by land desertification. It is expected from reports that the national strategy will establish a network of experimental areas to be used as tests for restoration and, of course, to promote water resources, forestry, and land conservation. Although the restoration will take a long time, many resources will be pumped into the land. The desertification will not be easily reversed. The Spanish government has accepted and weighed that the option remains to try. A trial is not just the best approach, but also the best way to prevent land degradation from reaching the extreme case. Still, the future seems challenging for Spain. A lot of hard work has to be put into place to make the recovery of the land attainable. In the last year, the President of Spain, President Sanchez, made an allegiance with other nations of the world and organizations to commit to fighting against droughts in lands. While criticized that this might not go a long way, financial commitments have been made by several to further the vision of the course. Converting deserts to greenlands and agricultural use plans have been shot off. They are already showing promising results of hard work. Another of the initiatives is the employment of warning tools against the possible spread of desertification. The early warning system is said to rely on the generic desertification model, GDM, programmed to gauge the risks of desertification and what most influences the threat. This tool is also confirmed to prevent soil erosion, carbon sequestration, and water imbalances. Whether it is reliable or not is to be determined by future results. Fortunately or unfortunately for Spain, depending on how it is viewed, it is not the only state in Europe combating desert spread. This threat is spread in most countries, but some are more concerned than others. Southern Portugal, southern Italy, southeastern Greece, Cyprus, and areas of Bulgaria and Romania are its partners in battling the environmental threat. As the threat spreads widely, the international organizations of European countries have made attempts, policies, and projects to fight against desertification. Funds, awareness, and aid have been provided from various sources, including the European Agricultural Fund for Rural Development, the LIFE program, and the EU's research programs. It is also pleasing to mention that the European Court of Auditors, ECA, has launched an assessment of the EU's plans to combat desertification, to determine and to ensure that it is effectively and efficiently addressed. Spain's fate remains bleak. However, with all the inputs to ensure its recovery and combat desertification, there is a spring of hope awaiting in the future. Does Spain have the chance to recover its agricultural productivity? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Remember to like, subscribe, and click the notification button to receive updates on new videos.